eye. In the eye, first of all, the muscles, like this is the superior rectus muscle, this one. Superior rectus muscle, and this tendon here. This is the superior oblique tendon. This is the medial rectus muscle here on the medial side, and here is the lateral rectus muscle on the lateral side, and the inferior rectus muscle will be located on the inferior side. So if we see, this one is the inferior rectus muscle and this is the inferior oblique muscle. Inferior rectus, inferior oblique. So now we will go through the parts of the eye. This part, the white part we see, all this is the sclera. And the sclera is the outermost fibrous layer. It is covered by the mucous membrane, and the mucous membrane is known as conjunctiva. So like we have the pink eye or the red eye known as conjunctivitis. That is the inflammation of the mucous membrane covering the sclera. Now, this transparent part is the cornea. So cornea is connected to the sclera. Now, when we move sclera, the tiny hole here in the center, like we have the cornea, and this tiny hole in the center is the pupil, and this is iris, which is surrounding the pupil is the iris. Now, aqueous humor. So aqueous humor, here is the cornea and here is the pupil. So the aqueous humor is located into this anterior chamber and aqueous humor actually, so let me show. Now here is the lens. You see, this is the lens. So between the cornea and the lens, we have the anterior chamber that has the fluid known as aqueous humor. And now, this big one, you are seeing this big. This is the vitreous humor. And vitreous humor is thick jelly-like substance is the vitreous humor. And the middle layer, this one is the choroid. Choroid has lot of blood vessels, and that is the reason it is also known as vascular tunic. So this here is the lens, and this here is the vitreous humor. So when we remove the vitreous humor, this layer you see inside is the retina. And here, this one here, which is holding the lens in the place, is the ciliary body. Ciliary body holds the lens in the place. Now, we will look at the fovea centralis. So fovea centralis is this part, like where the cones are concentrated. So this is the fovea centralis. And this part here, so here the cones are concentrated, and this is the optic disc, and here is the optic nerve. So this is the optic nerve, and this is the optic disc. So we have covered the eye. This was all about the eye, and so we can go again. For example, optic nerve, vitreous humor, lens. Then here is the choroid, and here is the sclera. So we will stop it here.